Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Tesla recalling around 2 million vehicles. Now, this has come to us thanks to Emma W. Thorne, who's an editor at LinkedIn News. They specifically noted that Tesla is recalling more than 2 million vehicles after the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration ruled that its autopilot feature, quote, doesn't do enough to prevent misuse, unquote. They also noted that the NHTSA has been investigating Tesla for years and plans to keep the probe open while the company addresses its concerns. Tesla said it was set to roll out software updates and added controls mid-December. This is the second recall this year related to Tesla's self-driving features in all. It looks like the NHTSA has opened more than 50 special crash investigations suspected to be linked to the specific technology. Again, this is why so many of these companies, it's one of those issues where they don't call it traditional autopilot or full autonomous driving for legal reasons, including legal, because it's not to that point yet. That's what they think is the holy grail for automotive technologies. They think everyone wants it. Now, personally, I actually have a modicum of intelligence. I appreciate the rare driving experience, and I know that the best driving experience, bar none, is with 3 pedals and a good old internal combustion engine. The 3 pedals, also known as a manual transmission, also known as the most fun you could ever have while driving a vehicle. That's really the peak optimal for me. That's why I'm not a big fan of disposable EVs. Now, it is also kind of deceptive for them to say it's a recall because, again, unlike a traditional automotive company, a recall is very expensive and cumbersome, which scares a lot of investors. It's not great because it usually involves, well, actually not usually, it always involved physical items that need to be replaced, repaired, or modified. And in this case, it's not really a recall. No one's taking their Tesla vehicles back to the dealerships, partially because there are no dealerships, they're all like showrooms, but nevertheless, they're not physically recalling the vehicles. Because literally what they're doing, and of course it does later mention it in the article later down, it is simply a software update. Now, the software update will specifically make it harder for drivers to quote-unquote misuse its autopilot driver assistance software. And because it's such a small impact on the business, you're not having to worry about the logistics of moving vehicles around, the huge cost of transporting physical parts for everything. It really didn't dent their stock, not even hardly at all. So it is fascinating to see as, again, these become more and more technology versus traditional automotive companies. You can have these updates just bang right over the good old interwebs, and they can fix a lot of these issues. Now, in this case, I think they're going to make it so that, again, you have to have more and more human interaction with the interfaces, and which that's been a controversy for quite some time, where you see people, they'll touch the little steering wheel every couple seconds because it's looking for human input, because, again, the technology is not there yet. Even though there's some of them, they shouldn't be calling it autopilot, but some of them are. So, again, it's not a traditional recall, but again, it also doesn't make the company look good because this is the holy grail technology they're striving for, and they keep advertising themselves as having the best tech, most innovative. So, at the end of the day, to have National Highway Traffic Association opening all these cases and getting another slap on the wrist, that is still the business blunder of the day. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of December, so if you click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to give me some feedback and let me know how I can make the channel better and better and better. And I do apologize if there's a delay with my work schedule. I do try to read it and get back to all the comments in due time. Also, lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.